Hanjo, Fiskarma. How's it going, everybody? I don't know if I get the camera on in time to see that inflatable motorcycling skeleton, but I just wanted to pop on here and go over just a couple of quick updates on how my gear's doing as the weather gets colder. So it's about 50 degrees Fahrenheit right now, and so the mesh is gone. No, maybe not for the season, but probably for the season. A little cold for the mesh. I'll probably actually put it away for a handful of months here, and so leather full time, and watch these leaves. So much colder than this. Well, I don't even mean much. A little bit colder than this. It will be pretty good weather for my Carhartt Yukon suit. So as far as my, the way the leather holds up in the wind, so I got my leather, I've got a really old flannel under it, and Baker Drivetrain t-shirt under that. So those are my layers. Baker Drivetrain t-shirt, old, thin but comfortable flannel, and my Harley Davidson leather, just like any other leather, solid leather jacket. So my torso and stuff right now is pretty fine. I haven't been riding too long. I'm wearing a neck gaiter, not an Indy Ridge neck gaiter. I have a couple of Indy Ridge neck gaiters and I love them, but this one, my brother-in-law came home from Korea. He's originally from Korea, and he brought home a neck gaiter, and it's actually kind of fleecy, and it's extremely comfortable, and so that's keeping the wind out of my jacket. Which, I mean, if you do nothing else, if you start with something like a neck gaiter, be it an Indy Ridge neck gaiter or something a little bit thicker, that's a good start in the cold weather. Just keeping the air out of your jacket is a good idea. Now, I know people who are, they're still in, they're just wearing a flannel days like today, but that, I mean, it's New England, so you do get a fair amount of people who are accustomed to being cold, or just don't get as cold. So keep that in mind depending where you're riding from. As far as pants, I am still, you can see they're riding up, so you know what I'm wearing. Wearing my Nicky Boys Toys pants, which I have to say, really love them. I've got a love-hate relationship with them. So I love the idea of the company, and I love how present they are, in like social media and all that stuff. They got a couple of really spectacular bike builds that they've been working on. So I really dig the company a lot. The pants, I'm not sure. Wow, what are we doing here, huh? I am not exactly sure, dude. What is up? Young driver. So anyway, they're great in the summer. I absolutely dig them. They're tight, as you know. I've gone over that, so they don't flap, which is cool. They do ride up on me, so whether that's just my physiology or whatever, ooh, gee whiz, gotta be careful. That was a great opportunity to high side just there, although I was, it always looks like you're going a little faster on the GoPro, but I hit there's like mottled sunlight leaves, which are pretty dry right now, but you still can't trust them. But I hit a little, I think it was like either a thick pine cone or a little chopped off bit of branch, which sometimes if that kicks your back tire out, and then your back tire grips can actually throw you over do a little high side. But I didn't, and so unfortunately I'm still talking about my gear, which people hate gear talks these days. You hear so many of them, but I'm just telling you because honestly people have asked. So there you go. One thing I've noticed is the knee pads in the Nicky Boys Toys pants. They are actually keeping my knees a little bit warm. That may sound dumb, but when it is cold out, every couple of degrees helps. It really, really does. So anyhow, as far as warmth of where the pants are covering, I do feel plenty warm. So far. I mean, maybe I just haven't been out long enough. So something to consider. I do like that they're tight and don't flap. I wish they stayed down. There's a little product critique. I wish they would stay down around my ankles more. Oh geez, that sounds really weird out of context. Well, can we scrap that? Take two. I really wish that they would not ride up. I'm losing it here, aren't I? Yeah, all right, well, whatever. Anyway, you shouldn't be able to see my shins while I'm riding, because they are pants that have armor in the knees and armor in the hips. But if they ride up and my shins are exposed and I'm cheese gratering across the road, that's not going to help. You know what I'm saying? So I just wish that they would kind of stay down a little bit. And I'm not, but I got the size that's comfortable, the size that was recommended. And I'm not sure that if I got the bigger size that there would be any. I'm not a tall guy. Let's preface that. I'm 5 feet 8 inches tall, or 5 feet 8 inches average. It's a world average height for a man, you know, back then. So what did I say back then for? I don't know. Anyhow, all right, so on to the boots. Indy Ridge Apache, they're doing as well as any other boot that I've ever had in the cold. That still allows me to shift very comfortably. As you know, I got rid of my Caterpillar. My Caterpillar boots fell apart after 2 years, so I'm done with Caterpillar. See ya. My Wolverines were okay. They were not very comfortable, and the toe was high, so it was hard to shift with them. Had to angle my foot to get my toe under the shifter, and yeah, that's just something you don't want in case of an emergency. So that's the boots, the Indy Ridge Apaches. They're fine right now, honestly. They're fine as any boot that allows me to shift comfortably. Okay, and let's see, what does that lead me with though? My gloves. So I'm trying out I'm trying to push these into the cold weather as far as I can, but they are the Indy Ridge Power Sports gloves. And you know, I'm a Kool-Aid drinker for Indy Ridge, only because I really like their product. And Branch, wasn't he one of the trolls in the Troll movie? So you see how that Branch just kind of laid in the mottled sunlight? Gotta beware. You gotta be cool. You gotta be calm. You gotta stay together. Crash your bike on film. Yeah, so it's like 50, maybe it's pushing like 52 degrees right now, and I have to say the Power Sports gloves are a little cold now. You know what I'm saying? They are so comfortable. I dread it getting any colder, because I like these gloves a lot, and they're really comfortable, and I feel safe with them. I feel like if I ate that Branch and slid on the road, I would probably my hands would be protected pretty well. So I appreciate that. But now I can actually feel the air vents in them. And whereas when it's warm, or when you're riding around on a hot day, or even like a room temperature, you know, like a moderately warm day, you don't notice the vents. But if you didn't have vents, you would notice. Does that make sense? Like your hands would be sweaty, but they're actually very comfortable in normal weather. So now the air vents are allowing my hands to be a little bit cold. So I'm gonna have to go back to the my Camel Golden gloves by Indy Ridge, which I really love too. I've told you they're like little baseball gloves. They're really nice, and I love them. They are a little bit like slick, not slick, but so these grip. So I have stock grips. You know what I'm saying? And my stock grips are not. They don't have a lot of traction to them, and so the Indy Ridge Golden gloves, they're leather gloves, and so the leather is you know, pretty stiff, so they'll slide on these a little more. So when I'm trying to shift it, all right guys, how many let's go, buddy. So he doesn't own a boat, but yeah, so yeah, I'll be back to just let us by, and then you can finish your driver's ed class. How about that? That's what somebody who was like thinking about other people would do, instead of doing a 150-point turn while there's a parade stacking up on both lanes. All right, there you go. Don't worry, I didn't get it on camera. Oh, I couldn't do better. I could have done better when I was younger. I got pretty good. You just get that scissor mentality when you're backing up something with a trailer, and it just, if you can think about you're pushing the trailer around a corner and just using your vehicle to do that, then it's backing something in with a trailer is really a psychological exercise. So, oh, don't mind if I do. Hey, all right, so there's my cool weather Indy Ridge gear update. So yeah, it's not cold yet, you'll know because I'll be in my Carhartt, but as far as cool weather stuff, I hope my little tips help. Wear that neck gaiter, switch to some better gloves finally, park in the sunny spots, and watch out for that debris, because even if the leaves are dry, you got stuff hidden in there, because people are using wood chippers and all kinds of stuff, and they're not cleaning the road. Oh, I thought that grave said coffee. It says Cottee, C-O-T-T-E-E. Would you drink coffee out of a... Well, anyway. All right, guys. Matt the Greeter, I care very much about you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.